after 3 to 6 months ni Tatay Digong, Singapore na tayo. Pero eto na, patapos na si Tatay Digong. Yung traffic natin medyo hindi Singapore. Medyo ayoko na magsalita. Kaya bahala mag-explain dyan, alright? Kaya na-late talaga tayo. Thank you guys dun sa mga nakikinig pa rin sa atin, yung may paki pa rin sa atin despite everything. Ayan, medyo mahaba po yung araw natin. Meron tayong speaking engagement kanina. As you can see in our Italiano mafioso setup. Medyo nag-3-piece suit tayo kanina. Kaya paghabol ko sa bahay, sabi ko mag 3-in-1 tayo. So, 3-piece suit and 3-in-1. I think that's a very, very good combination, no? Talagang, you can put an Italian suit on an Ilocano, but you cannot take the Ilocano out of the Italian suit, okay? Yan. Kastoy the Ilocano style. Kahit 3-piece suit, 3-in-1 pa rin ang iniinom. Kaya, uwi ako, sabi ko, naku, late na ako, ganun. Pero sabi ko, sayang naman kung wala tayong 3-in-1. Kailangan talaga ng 3-in-1 habang tinatanggal yung 3-piece suit natin. Alright. Kamusta na kayo dyan, guys? Ayan na tayo, mga kameta. Traffic kanina eh. Pero in fairness naman, one thing that kept me entertained and interested is yung news natin. Mukhang kanina may news na si Robin Padilla, Senator Robin Padilla, nandyan sa, papunta daw sa Senado, ready na siya sa debate. Right? Sabi niya nga, summa cum laude daw siya ng nagka-cut ng class. Pero ngayon, hindi ko na alam ang gusto niya mangyari. Madali lang daw lahat pag may enthusiasm, may support. Ay, ganun pala eh. Lahat pala sa buhay, wag na tayo mag-aral, wag na tayo pumunta sa eskwela, wag na tayo mag-research. Idaan lang natin yan, guys, sa political will. Anong sagot sa kahirapan? Political will. Anong sagot sa corruption? Political will. Anong sagot sa climate change? Political will. Ganun talaga, yan po ang sagot sa lahat ng problema natin sa buhay. Political will. Anong strategy ng ano pangalan ito? ng Gilas Pilipinas, political will. Kaya natin yan, NBA, kaya natin lang. Ganun pala, guys. Kahit summa cum laude ka ng cut ng class, kahit wala, bahala na. Tapos may Espanyol tayo, para may Fuego, may Filipino, may English. Yung katulad ng Singapore, napansin niyo nag-speech si Prime Minister Lee Hsien Loong ng Singapore during the pandemic. I love that speech. He presented it in 3 languages, right? In Bahasa, right? And Chinese, Mandarin. He was speaking Mandarin, not Hokkien. No, not Hokkien. Although Hokkien is, I think, majority of mga Chinese dito sa Southeast Asia. He spoke Mandarin, and then Bahasa, and then English. Sana ganito yung mga leaders natin. Pero dito, sabi ng isang natin dyan, head of constitutional amendment natin dyan, Tagalog na lang daw yung debate. Tapos nung tinanong bakit, kasi daw hindi naman Amerikano yung halaban. Tagalog na lang. Napakaganda talaga mga explanation dito. Alright. Dahil hindi naman tayo Amerikano dito, wag na tayo mag-English, di ba? Ganun. Ayan tayo. Summa cum laude ng cut ng class. Talagang this is the era talaga of yung mga this is the era talaga of yung mga Oxford man, yung si tatay naman daw pasang-awa sa ganun talaga, guys. Anong style natin ngayon? Idaan lahat sa political will. Ang political will po ay pwede mo ipakain sa tao. Ang political will po ang pwede mong gawin kalsada. Ang political will po ang pwede mong gawin ang alternative sa NAIA Airport kung sakali traffic. Ang political will po ang pwede natin ipadala dyan sa West Philippine Sea habang nagpapadala ng barko at eroplano ang mga Chino. Ang political will ang pwede natin ipadala para maayos ang climate change. Yan tayo talaga, guys. Yan talaga ang eto na talaga ang ating level, guys. Idaan na lang lahat sa political will. Yan pong sagot. Tapos tinanong mo, define political will. Ayan na. Abutan tayo na umaga, di pa rin ma-explain eh. Yan kasi, alam mo tawag dyan, guys, magical thinking. Ang magical thinking po ay, hindi naman talano level, pero yung tipong, simplistic answers to complicated solutions. Yan pong magical thinking. Hindi simple but simplistic. Actually, agree din ako na analysis paralysis. Kung puro ka lang analysis pero wala ka naman decisiveness or dedication to something. Pero the idea na pwede mo idaan isang bagay lang doon lang dahil may gusto ka or ganon. Kaya nga po tayo may tinatawag na preparation, training, strategy, ayan tayo. Talagang, pero wag na tayong magsalita guys. Sabihin nila, bitter na naman kayo. Ganyan. Guys, ba't naman tayo maging bitter? Alam mo ba, hindi, mabait na talaga ako. Anyway, before I'll say more, let me say thank you to, kasi kanina may talk ako dun sa, of course, sa Globe. Nag-talk tayo about the situation, etc. So thank you very much sa ating vlogger. I think alam na nila vlogger na ako eh. So sabi nila nakakaawa naman daw yung ano natin, earphones natin. At mukhang sikat na yung aking 3-in-1. Although thank you naman sa ating friends sa Starbucks. Meron naman tayo pang, pero Ilocano talaga. Sabi nila, uy, kamusta ang 3-in-1 kape? Kaya kanina medyo nagtotong kape ako, nag-jitter na ako, medyo height. Tapos sabi nila, kawawa naman yung ano mo, yung may scotch tape pa yung ano ko dito. Ayan o, nakikita nyo yung scotch tape. Ayan, bigyan tayo ng ganyan. Salamat ha. Thank you very much sa ating mga sponsor. I'm a legit vlogger. Tapos sinabi pa, oh, eto daw, earphones daw. Ilagay ng earphones para hindi mukhang zaddy. Talagang, ayan na, para cool tayo. Thank you very much sa mga sponsors natin. Mukhang, gumagana yung style natin. Nagpaparinig dito sa meta natin, sa 3-in-1, sa mga scotch tape dito na gano'n. Alright. Okay. Medyo, may simpatsya na ata sa atin, guys. Huwag kang mag-alala, guys. Ang sagot dyan, political will. Anong pangalan mo sa scotch tape dyan? Political will. Parang unity yan, guys. Parang unity. Ang sagot sa kahirapan, unity. Ang sagot po sa West Philippine Sea, unity. Sir, kalmado lang tayo. Ayan, okay. Anyway, magsimula pa lang tayo sa usapan natin. Ano pa yung mga, ano bang topic natin, guys? Okay, putting it aside, no, I'm gonna watch very carefully. Okay, serious na tayo. Serious na tayo. Seryoso, amigo. Kumparino, Ricardo, okay? Just to be serious about this, I'm gonna carefully watch yung magiging debate dyan sa Senado sa pagitan ni Senator Robin Padilla and other senators dun sa issue ng constitutional amendments, dun sa anong pangangailangan natin ng bansa. Alam mo sa algorithm ko sa YouTube, ano yung lumalabas? Yung mga interview kay Robin Padilla years ago with sila Pinky Web ba yan, etc. about sa CNN, about Pilipinas, federalism pala. Federalism. At yung konsepto niya ng kailangan ng devolution, no? Ayan. So, I'm watching this carefully because you can say whatever you want, but Senator Padilla is gonna oversee the Committee on Constitutional Amendments. Kaya seryosohin natin, guys. Alright? Let's be nice. Let's be nice, okay? Huwag tayong respect natin. You know, for everything I say, I respect the political mandate of democratic elected leaders. Respeto. Alright? So I'm gonna watch it very carefully. Let's see anong mangyayari. Idaan natin, aside from yung political will and all of that, I want to see what specifically they're gonna push for in terms of form of government, etc. etc. Ay, may mga tanong kayo ha. In fairness, maraming nagtanong. Oo, maraming nagtanong. But you know guys, before I go to your questions, let me talk about something that I've been thinking about very deeply for quite some time. At ito po yung issue ng... Okay, ito. I'll be honest Ito. I've been following Elon Musk for a while. Alright? Parang the other day, nalaman natin, syempre Joe Rogan, isa sa mga natin dyan, mga pinapakinggan natin, mga podcasters. Parang may sinabi sila na we're gonna go a little bit, not science fiction, but actually cutting edge science and all. Because may implication ito, guys. May implication ito sa politika. Alright, let me be very clear about it. Kasi kanina doon sa speaking engagement natin, syempre I gave the political lay of the land. By the way, very balanced, in fact, almost optimistic. May mga nagsabi din na sila mag-migrate after listening to me. So sorry na lang sa mga immigration business dyan. Pag nakinig kayo sa akin, yung pagmamahal niyo sa Pilipinas, hindi mawawala lalo, di ba? Alright. Mamaya na mag-migrate. Okay. No. So, tapos yung kaibigan ko, of course, si Jail, he spoke about sociology of the youth, anong gusto ng kabataan, etc. Pero yung mga speakers na sumunod sa amin, actually, alam mo yung topic, Metaverse. Metaverse. Hindi meta natin, Metaverse. Alam mo yung Metaverse, di ba? Ito yung parang, ano ba yan? Minecraft? Yung game na parang Minecraft, di ba? Yung pumunta ka doon, tapos, imagine Minecraft, you're buying stuff, etc. Pero naka 3D ka, di ba? So, that will be the future, guys. So, siguro, in 10 years from now, baka hindi na tayo ganun, guys. This is like 2D eh. Baka in 10 years from now, yung meta natin, literally, sa metaverse na tayo. So, naka Google Glass tayo or something, gano'n, di ba? VR, naka VR tayo. And I will be in my VR mode. So, essentially this, a little bit more BTS. Alright? More BTS version of this, or I don't know, more Fuego. Alright? Siyempre, matanda na tayo eh. Zadi na tayo. So, more Fuego version. Tapos kayo rin. And then we'll interact with each other dun sa 3D, multiverse na yan. No? Or multiverse. Metaverse na yan. Okay? Walang nga kasi naunahan tayo sa meta natin eh. Alam mo yung meta na yan, naisip ko yata, bago pa nag-meta tong si Zuckerberg. Kaya ang problema yung mag-copyright issue na naman tayo eh. Ay nako. Now, anyway, so there was a very serious discussion about where are we heading, no? At by the way, guys, napanood niyo yung movie ng Metaverse? Did you watch that movie? Yung I think Steven Spielberg movie ba yan? Metaverse. Napanood niyo yan? Man, you know, nung bata ayaw ko talaga sa mga... Ano yung movie ulit yun? Movie... Yung kay Steven Spielberg, yung parang nasa metaverse silang lahat. Ayan, Ready Player One. Ito. Ito yung movie na yan. Guys, alam mo, pag panoorin mo ngayon, hindi na siya mukhang science fiction. Alam mo kung ano siya? Mukha na siyang forecast. I mean, this is a very possible, I would even say a very probable situation 20, 30 years from now. Alam niyo yung movie na yan, di ba? Parang essentially, ano yung premise? Of course, hindi tayo mag-spoiler dito. Parang the idea is that wasak na mundo, climate change, gulo, populism, tatay style, blah, blah, blah. Okay, boom. Baksak na lahat. But, meron isang metaverse doon. At yung mga tao, pwede sila pumasok sa metaverse. At doon, lahat maganda, lahat guwapo, etc. And then one day yata, parang yung may-ari nito, parang Zuckerberg or Elon Musk nito, parang mamamatay siya. Tapos kung sino manalo dun sa game, dun sa metaverse, pwede niya ma-inherit yung buong company niya, etc. But anyway, like the idea is actually quite scary because it's very, very probable. The idea is this, wasak yung mundo, so all everyone has to do is to get the 3D, go inside there, and in that world, you can make a lot of money, you can be the most gorgeous person, you can have your best bike, base car, etc. And then, you just work siguro a few hours a day just to have enough money to buy credits dun sa metaverse mo. Or kunyari, magtrabaho ka lang para lang may pang-star ka na ibigay sa akin para lang tuloy-tuloy itong usapan natin. Sabi natin, after 5 years, addict na kayo dito sa meta natin. Tapos, yun lang, talaga yun lang gusto niyo, di ba? Parang, wag na tayo, ayoko na mag-date, ayoko nang meet yung friends ko, mag-meta na lang tayo dito. Tapos imagine mo, after 5 to 10 years, meron ng AI ko. So my AI, my artificial intelligence version, can replicate everything I'm doing and do it even twice more efficient. Twice funnier, wow, that's crazy. Twice more zaddy, twice more fuego, whatever. And then that AI can operate 24 hours a day. And that AI will always be live. As long as that AI knows what you're looking for, so what's gonna happen? This is how it's gonna work, okay. Now guys, I know this sounds science fiction, but believe me, as someone who does political science, right, this is something really serious. I take this very, very seriously because this has huge implication for our society. Okay, so I'll give you guys some idea about it. Now, I'm sure you guys have heard about Noval Harari, yung book niya na Sapiens, and then he had another book called Homo Deus. Alright, the idea is that, okay, so I'll give you some crazy ideas, guys, which actually could be a reality very soon. One idea is this. One idea is singularity. Alright. Singularity means at some point in time, and I think Elon Musk and a lot of people have been also giving their ideas on this, is that at some point, lahat tayo pwede natin i-connect. So lahat tayo mag 3D or something like that, we'll put a cap on our head. All our brains will be connected into a meta-consciousness. All of us could be connected to that meta-consciousness. Now, some of you who may have done meditation. I do meditation. I do yoga and meditation. There are times when you do high level meditation, it's like your mind connects with the cosmos, with the universe. Try it. If and then you'll see kind of like a parang you concentrate, and then parang there's like a bright spot there exactly at the center. So you have centered your mind. You feel you're almost connected to the universe. Now, imagine a situation you put something like that. All our minds are connected into a meta consciousness, right? A lot of physicists and computer scientists and all are saying that singularity is increasingly probable. That at some point we're going to be, like ant kingdoms, all the ants operate like within a bigger network. So that network thinking, that could be technologically actually possible in by the middle of the century, right? That's one thing to look at. There's another one which can happen actually even earlier. So if you wanna see where I'm coming from, there's this book called AI Superpower. Kai Fu Lee was one of the guys behind it. So you had the book called AI Superpowers, and the idea is that China and US will dominate the future of the world in this AI industry. And AI will be so sophisticated, and I'll give you some idea what's gonna. This is the book, AI Superpowers, really good by Kai Fu Lee. Now, if tinatamad kayo, basahin ito, no problem. Watch Kai Fu Lee's lecture, Cambridge Union address. He's gonna give you a lot of idea where we're heading. In fact, there are other books. The book Second Machine, The Age of Second Machine, and then there's another book also I have here. Okay, guys, believe me, this is not science fiction. This is serious stuff we're talking about. So, as you may know, I usually, every year or so, I try to go to Stanford, give a talk in Stanford and all. Of course, I do go there to talk about geopolitics and all. But in Stanford, guys, that's where a lot of crazy stuff is happening, right? Ang joke ko whenever I'm in Stanford, I say, this is where everyone is busy to make everyone else useless, right? And one way to do that is artificial intelligence. Now, let me give you this idea. So, Harari has also written on this. Very good stuff. Now, one of the things is this. So, the AI today operates actually very superficially. So, for instance, the AI, you go to China. If you're in China, good luck getting there now. You can go to a machine, and the AI can just scan your face, and it knows all of your attributes, your passport number, where are you from, blah blah blah, etc. All right. Now, apparently, this is like pasena. The next phase of artificial intelligence, which it is what you call deep skin artificial intelligence or deep skin surveillance. How does it operate? So, so we're going phases, no? So the next phase, for instance, is something like this. Let's say meron kang Amazon, right? Meron kang Amazon, di ba? Mag-order ka ng Amazon. Kung na-order ka yung book ni Hey Darian, parinig. Ayan na naman tayo. You know what it does? So the camera here on the phone can look at my eyelid movements, calculate based on my eyelid movements, and muscle contraction on my face, what mood am I in. So based on that, it can calculate, the AI can calculate based on patterns of eyelid movements and facial muscle movements, what mood am I in, and based on that, make to you algorithmically based recommendations. For instance, I want to buy a book. So based on analysis, isascan niya yung eyelid movement, facial muscle movement. Based on that, it can assess in what am I in mood for to buy in terms of books, music, even fashion. But at some point, it can go even deeper. So that's what you call deep skin surveillance or AI. It can also detect my blood pressure. It can detect my other vitals that are not there in my eyelid movement. And based on that, the AI can make recommendations of what you like. Or even manipulate you into what you want. Because it knows, for instance, it can detect based on your blood pressure, your at one point maybe they can even scan your brain, how your brain is operating. If you're vulnerable, right, and you have an obsessive compulsive personality, they can they can throw at you certain products that they're almost 100% sure you're gonna buy because you're susceptible to impulsive shopping maybe at that point, or buying a certain types of products and all. Do you get what I'm saying? This is, guys, this is not science fiction. If you look at where science is going, and the growth in science is not like this, it's exponential, right? It's exponential. It doesn't go like this, it goes like that. For instance, compare what cell phones were 5 to 10 years ago. Look at the cameras we have. Look at the speed of our phones. It doesn't increase like double. It increases exponentially, 2 times 4, 4 times 4. You know what I'm saying? 16 times, it goes like that exponentially. So it's very possible in 10 to 15 years, guys, we will be in a situation whereby your Amazons and your phones and all can all detect not only your immediate facial movements, eyelid movements, but also deep skin uh, vitals. Now, you can imagine there are implications for that in terms of insurance policy, in terms of healthcare policy, in terms of, for instance, drivers giving you driver license. They can check, for instance, how chemically balanced you are. Or it could be a situation whereby before you drive, even if you have license, you have to do a scan. The scan will determine if you're in the right mind to do the driving and then will allow you. So obviously you can use that as an excuse to scan everyone and say we are doing this for safety. But you can imagine that information can be used for all sorts of crazy stuff. So I was saying this will be a problem, for instance, if you live in a dictatorship. This is where the politics comes in, right? Let's say you live in North Korea, right? And then the dear leader is passing by, yung pinakatatay ng mga tatay, right? Siyempre, alam mo naman sa North Korea, di ba? Lahat dapat palakpakan. Napakagaling. I've been in North Korea. I know what I'm talking about. You know how it is in North Korea? Pag nasa North Korea ka, and then may picture ng Kim Jong-un, Kim Il-sung dun sa likod, you cannot be in front of it because you will cut their image. So you have to move aside or you have to look at them while the picture is complete. Believe me, it's like that in North Korea. I've been in North Korea. It's like that. You cannot take a picture that parang disrespectful na kinakat mo yung dear leader. Next level sila. Alright, no. But anyway, in North Korea, if you want to survive, you have to always show 100% like the best talaga si Kim Jong-un, siya ang pinaka-basketball player and all. Now, this is where it gets scary. So in China now, I don't know, they have what? Forget about 600 megapixel. At some point, they're gonna have 6,000 megapixel. They're gonna have so accurate cameras that they can detect, based on AI and the advanced megapixels, they can detect your facial movements. Now, but facial movements, if you're really good, you can even fake that. You can go poker face, right? Which is what people in poker do. But, what if now they have a camera that can detect your blood pressure, your heartbeat movement, your other vitals, and based on that vitals, the camera can make a calculation, say, sino ang mga traidor dyan? Sino mga dilawan? Sino mga... You get what I'm saying? That's why this is scary. Because once you have the technology to detect people's emotions based on their deep skin vitals, oh my goodness, this is gonna be very, very difficult. So in 1984, yung kay George Orwell, Animal Farm, that was in 1984. Okay, that's not even advanced enough, right? It's gonna be even scarier than than George Orwell's novel, man. It's not only a camera that watches you 24/7. It's a camera that can even detect your vitals. You get what I'm saying? This is not This is not science fiction, guys. We're heading in that direction. We're heading in that direction. And then there's another crazy idea, which I think is even more. Where's my book there? So if you're wondering what I do, hindi lang sila tatay at mga Robin Padilla ang pinag-aralan ko sa buhay. May mga pinag-aralan tayo ng mga... Yeah, okay, so I have another book there, which is something like... Oh my goodness, where is it? Where did I put that? Okay, the idea is this, guys. That instead of us engineering AI and all, the AIs and all are actually also engineering us. And not in a conscious way. So for instance, their example is very good. You use Waze, right? You use Waze. Now, have you noticed sometimes the Waze actually doesn't give you the best route, right? Sometimes decoy ka lang. So maaga, wala masyadong traffic. The Waze says to get to destination X, you have to pass this street and that. Apparently, because they don't have enough data collected, you become the decoy to collect data for them. So in a way, us thinking the apps are good for us. We follow the apps, but actually the apps are using us to collect data to make better calculations. You get what I'm saying? Like, so their idea is without even creating a super conscious, kasi yun ang problema. What is science fiction? The science fiction is, oh, one day these robots will be so intelligent and then they'll take over the world and all. And the point is they don't even need to get there, right? Short of that, a lot of crazy things already can happen to us. And for me, this has huge implications for democracy and all. Alam ko, sa ngayon guys, ang level of discussion of fake news and all is algorithms of fake, alam ko yung level of discussion about democracy and algorithm is disinformation, right? And I think Maria Ressa, among a lot of people, have done a great job to show, for instance, the algorithm on Facebook and all promote fake news more, or because because of the virality calculation itself. But for me, that's so 2016, man. We're heading in a very different, even scarier direction. That's what I'm telling you guys. We have to watch about that. And speaking of metaverse again, kaya kanina, I was like watching the presentation in metaverse. I was looking like that and was thinking about it. It's like, oh man, like I see all of these memes now, yung mga nag-anime, NFT ba yan? Yung mga nag-Bitcoin, yung mga, may tao dyan na naka-socks lang, naka-boxers lang, tapos nakahiga. Tapos naka 3D siya, tapos puro mga sira-sira yung room niya. Pero doon sa 3D niya, marami siyang NFT, tapos mayaman na siya. You know what I'm saying? Like, that could be the future, guys. There are people who are billionaires in the real estate, in metaverse. In this world, they don't even care about it because the real world is there. Because what is reality? For some people, reality is what affects them emotionally the most, what ticks them the most. And let's be honest, how many hours of your day you spend communicating with your other people virtually than actually talking to people normally? I doubt there are so many people who talk 1 hour straight without any distraction just to another human being. I mean, it's increasingly impossible. Let's just be honest about it. Now, in the classroom, I can do that. That's one of the things I love in classroom, especially if it's face to face. No cell phone allowed. You're stuck with me for the next hour. Well, so I take up. But you get what I'm saying? Like, go outside, go restaurants, watch families. There's all family. Everyone is on phone except the baby. And siguro mga 2 months from now, the baby will have an iPad too. You get what I'm saying? So, why is this important? Because I always explain to you guys. Talagang nagsimula tayo with Robin Padilla, nandito na tayo. Like, no, I mean, no offense, guys. I'm just telling you, okay? There are things coming for our world, okay? We have to be prepared for that. So ngayon, we can make fun of this metaverse and all because, like can say, wala pa nga tayong marami sa atin, walang internet na matino, marami sa atin, wala man lang mga basics, etc. But you see, that didn't stop from Grab taking over the transportation. When was the last time you guys got a taxi without using Grab? You tell me. I'm talking especially, of course, the middle class people. When? I think in Baguio. Kasi hindi na namin kailangan ng Grab. May taxi na doon sa taas. But, and then, lahat tayo, nag-Grab, Food Panda, whatever. You get what I'm saying? Like, even if you're not high-tech country, if that's the next phase, you have to adopt it. Right? The same thing with like cell phone. Now you go to the poorest part of the world, they have to adapt. So my point is, just because we are backward in many ways doesn't mean we're going to be immune to these developments, including the development of metaverse. And you see, the metaverse could be something like that. In 10 years from now, the metaverse is so advanced, so cool. So you're going to go on Instagram and you're going to see Kanye West doing his latest, I don't know, Yeezy, whatever, on there. You see Kardashians doing this. All of these people. Justin Bieber, medyo zadi na siya no, 10 years from now. And then that's gonna be the cool thing. That's gonna be where the metas are done. Our metas will be in 3D. We'll be inside metaverse talking to each other. Right? I'm gonna sit there exactly in front of you, naka-glass na tayo. And we're gonna have the most fascinating discussions, right? Fascinating discussions. I'm gonna do energy drink. We do all. We go inside. Whoa, it's crazy. Woo! And that metaverse can give you all sorts of emotions and excitement and energy and all. And then, guys, saan tayo mag-meet today? Sabihin na doon tayo sa Paris, doon sa malapit, doon sa, wag dyan sa Eiffel Tower, doon tayo sa Arc de Triomphe, parang kunyari. Then we can set it up. We can press like that. Okay, guys, doon tayo mag-meet up. 3 p.m. doon tayo sa Paris. Sa ganun. We can do that. That's all possible in metaverse, guys. You play Minecraft, you'll have an idea of what I'm talking about. Minecraft is just like analog version, guys. The first generation. We're gonna get there. There are many kids who are spending thousands of pesos, if not dollars, on Minecraft. Right? I see a lot of these people spending stuff to buy, I don't know, guns and gadgets and stone, whatever, on these games, right? We make fun of it, but for a lot of people, that's their life. Oh my goodness, lobat na pala ako sa sobrang daldal ko. Wait lang ha, kunin ko nga yung charger ko. Walang nga. Ang daldal ko pala. 1 second ha. Uy, meron pala akong